everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Rejuvenation. Hope everybody is staying happy, healthy, and safe. On the last part, we dealt with the Suta battle, finally, and then we continued to finally finish dealing with Alita's ailments, and it's safe to say that she's on the way to recovering. So on this part, we're going to actually ignore Melia and Aaron as they open their box. We'll get back to them later, and instead we're going to go ahead and head back to Grand Dream City. I ignored the Grand Dream City help quest for a little bit too long, actually. There's only two, but they take really long to complete, so we're gonna go ahead and head on back there. So back here in Grand Dream City is where we're going to start. Right here in the central square, inside the central building, aptly named, of course. And right over here is the help quest board. So I want to make something really clear. For the most part, this part and the Suta battle are really interchangeable. You can do either one in whatever order you want. The only exception is this first help quest that we're going to be taking, which is the missing children, cannot be completed without actually having Suta's badge. So, this is Officer Ginny of the Judicial District in Grand Dream City. Recently, there have been an increasing number of children ending up missing. They disappear in the middle of the night when no one is looking. We have to stop this and find these children before anything terrible happens. We're going to need someone to help us with our investigation. As a disclaimer, we're only going to accept high-ranking trainers. If we don't find you satisfactory, then we have the option to turn you away. Okay. I will be waiting for you at the police department in the Judicial District. Alright, and with that eerie bit of music going, let's get out of here. So, it's been a while since we've actually been to Grand Dream City, so I'm just going to go ahead and walk us on over there. Again, everybody should have access to the Judicial District at this point. So we're just going to make our way all the way over here. And then all the way back down here. So here in the police department, there is an Officer Ginny right up over here. And she's the one we want to talk to. Are you the one who accepted my help request? Good. We're going to need all the help we can get. Before I continue, I have to check if you're good enough for the job. Hand over your trainer card, please. Well, I suppose this'll do for now. What do you mean this'll do? Okay, so whether you know it or not, children are being abducted from their homes. We have absolutely no idea who is behind this. So we're going to have you do some snooping. We've gotten word that there are frequent gatherings around Pokestar Studios. We're going to need you to head on down there and see what you can find. I'll let you go now, but remember that this is a very important mission. Any time wasted may prove to bring unfortunate consequences. Oh, that's lovely. Anyways, we're going to do just like the lady says and head on over to the Pokestar Studios. So again, I'm probably going to walk you around this entire area. There won't be much skips. I mean, it doesn't really take that long to get all the way over here. Anyways, here isn't actually where we need to be. Instead, we need to go down here, and right to the left of the medicine shop, there's these two suspicious people. They'll basically tell us to get lost, and we do want to talk to them. As soon as we head back up the street, though, this guy's gonna talk to us. Hey, you. I'm assuming you're interested in what those two people are guarding, right? Well, I might be able to help you out a little bit. Meet me on Main Street. I'll be hiding behind some trees. Don't keep me waiting. And of course, just because he says that, we'll do exactly what he says and meet him right over here. So you want to learn about what's up with those people guarding that building. Well, first I gotta ask you what your intentions are. I see. If you want to find the children that have gone missing, well, I commend you for your involvement in such a noble task. But I must inform you that I cannot allow someone working with the police to discover what's in that building. I would be willing to help you out, though, if you do one thing for me. Cancel your help request, and then we'll talk a little. Got that? I know my voice may be deep and soothing, but I am most certainly serious. Again, cancel your help request and find me loitering around the streets. I only hang around PokeStar Studios, but don't keep me waiting. And you know what? We're gonna do exactly what he says. We're going to go straight back to the central building and we're actually going to cancel our help request. And with that canceled, we can actually now go back and meet him. So again, it's really weird because you don't actually expect to have to cancel the quest. You expect there to be some sort of part in the story to stop you from doing that, but no, unfortunately not. Oh, so you actually went and canceled the request. Good. I'll help you find what's in that building now. You need a secret password to get into the building. Well, it's not actually a one-word password, it's more like a phrase. The phrase is Snorlax sleeps somberly. Got that? Snorlax sleeps somberly. I won't say it again. And just so you know, I have people following you. So you better not tell Officer Ginny what I've just told you. It won't end up good for you. Goodbye now. Alright. So with that, we can now go back down here and talk to them. And I messed that up. Let's try that again. Huh? That phrase you just said. Guess that means you're cool to pass through the doors, huh? Go on ahead, mate. Just don't create too much noise. Well, is this what you expected to be past those dull doors? I'm going to assume that's a no, by the way. This is called the Underground, a mock-up version of the Under from Ore. You might be wondering why this place is here. Well, everyone here in some way or form have been rejected by this city. Those who did not graduate from Axis High University, those who were wrongly or rightfully fired from their positions. Down here, we're all part of the same litter. A family away from family, if you will. This place is completely off the government's radar, you know? That's why I had you get rid of your help request. Couldn't risk you going to the police and blabbing about all that's down here. Oh, and even though you did as I said and canceled that request, I had to put in a lot of measures to make sure Officer Ginny went on a little vacation. So you won't be hearing from her anytime soon. Anyway, it has occurred to me that we have not exchanged names yet, no? Well then, what is your name? I see. Then is it? Well, I see. My name is Dylan. And before we make assumptions, no, I'm not the leader of this place. I'm more so of an ambassador to this place. I find rejects and gather them here. At least, when I'm off for my main job. That's enough talking from me, though. I'll let you walk around and familiarize yourself with your new environment. Yeah, he's pretty lovely, isn't he? So anyways, down here there's a lot of NPCs. Most of them won't battle you. There is one that will. Let's talk to a few of them. What's the deal with Axis High University anyway? that pretentious hull of... can't even think of a word to describe them as. Hey, are you new here? Welcome to the underground, where the city's rejects gather to form the uprising. What's the uprising we're talking about? The manifestation of our uprising lives within Team Bladestar. We will remove Cassandra from office and end Grand Dream City's tyranny on rejected individuals. So this is the guy right here that'll actually battle you. And right here is actually something interesting as well. Adam Piani's fortune-telling fantasy. Okay, sure. My name is Madame Piani. I can see into the future. I can tell you what you desire. I can tell you the truth. I can tell you your future. The small price of 4,800 Poké Dollars, of course. Yeah, sure. Excellent. What shall I tell you? Tell me my future, please. Shall we begin? Dim the lights. Let's see here. Oh yes, it comes to me. This future I see before me. It's very worrying. I see you on top of a tall castle. Oh yes. But this castle is different from what you've come across beforehand. Battle begins. Will decide the fate of each and every person in this world. I can see golden light surrounding the area. See your friends nearby. 3 of them, to be exact. One with a soul as gold as Arceus's light. One with a resolve to lead others. One who fights for a lost loved one. Before them stands a female. She fights to bring the world to her knees. Destroy everything and everyone to make sure nothing of this world passes on. But what happens next? What happens next? That not even I can know. My crystal ball! What is happening here? What future is powerful enough to send my crystal ball into shards? Now that my crystal ball is shattered, I can no longer tell you your future. Not that it matters much anyway. Looks like that future is better left unseen. So that was pretty interesting, pretty scary. Of course, there's a healing star right down here as well in case you need that. So this building right here is Dr. Psychic's office. And this lady right here will pretty much tell you what you need to know. Didn't approve of the nature my Pokemon had. Because of this, I took it to Dr. Psychic and he changed it to something else. It wasn't exactly what I wanted. It was better than my Adamant Zygarde. Fortunately, the good doctor is not in right away, but I'll make sure to come back when he is. Also down here is a Zygarde Cell. Up here is a shop, which isn't anything notable. We pretty much have access to all of this already, so this shop is kind of negligible. So let's go ahead and talk to Dylan again. A lot of cool things you can find here in the underground. I guess I'm the one who's responsible for educating on these things, yes? There are 3 places I want you to visit, or I'll leave you alone. One would be the shop, located east of here. Other would be the Pokemon Psychic Professor. It's located east of here too. Finally, I'd like you to visit the main building. That's northwest of here. I guess there's also Madame Piani's fortune-telling fantasy, but she's weird. So go on and scatter. I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. I'm sure we will too. So taking his advice, we can actually now come back to Dr. Psychic's office, and he will indeed be here. Greetings, young trainer. We've not met before, have we? Ah, so Dylan has introduced you to the underground. So, yes, let me tell you what I offer the trainers that come across here. I am a Pokemon psychologist. My work isn't technically legal, but helpful regardless. I believe that every Pokemon has the ability to become the best versions of themselves. A small price of 1 heart scale, I can change the nature of your Pokemon. However, my work is not exactly immaculate. There may be no changes at all sometimes. Additionally, I have no effect on what nature your Pokemon have after the procedure. Life is a gamble, and so is my work choice. Whether there is a change or not, I require 1 heart scale. I see that you brought a heart scale with you today. You want me to change the nature of your Pokemon? No, I'm actually good. So, like you said, 1 heart scale, and he'll change the nature of your Pokemon potentially to something different. It may not even change, honestly. So the best thing you can do if you're looking to use the Sky services is save right in front of him, and then pay him the heart scale, get the change, check to see if it's what you want, and if it's not, soft reset. And with that, we've pretty much checked out everything down there. So up over here, if this guy will move, oh, of course, he's the thief. Alright, I should mention that. So if you recall, there was a small side quest where we had to help a painter buy a painting that was displayed in the art gallery, and that ended up with that painting being stolen. And now this thief is down here in the black market. What do you mean this isn't worth that much? I paid good money for this. Can't you strike me a deal of some sort? I don't care if this isn't what you carry. I deserve service. Hey, G's up. Trying to make some dough here. Whoa! You're that kid who told me about this painting. I gotta say, kid, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna be swimming in money soon. What? You want me to return the piece? In your dreams, nerd. So he runs off. Thankfully so, we're gonna deal with him in just a second. But for now, we can actually check out this shop. So there's metal powders, there's cell batteries, there's magnets, and there is blast powder. So if you don't remember, there was a place to buy blast powder back in Gearin City, the west side. But you can only buy 1 per day. So now I'm gonna go ahead and buy a few, and I'm also going to buy some magnets. And that'll be fine. Over here is going to be another shop. You have the oval stone, you have the sticky barb, charcoal, light ball, stick, floating stone, binding band, and that's pretty much it. Not too useful, honestly. Over here are some really interesting individuals. We're gonna skip those. Right over here is another Zygarde Cell. And right over here is the thief. He's backed into a corner. Man, you really are persistent, aren't you? Fine then. I won't let you get in the way of my salary. A very easy battle. Most of the battles down here are, if you can deal with Suta, you can deal with him. Man, fine. Take back the stupid painting. Didn't want it anyways. Ugh. And he'll disappear just like that. Neato. So there's nothing really down here. There is a side where the Bladestar Grunts are guarding. You can't go further. Most of the NPCs will say something about that. This area leads straight into the sewers, but none of the Bladestar Grunts will allow anyone through. I wonder if it's because they're trying to hide something. Also, this granny is really rude. What's your problem? are you staring at me with such a look? I just want you to know that you're down here too. Don't go judging me. I honestly love the NPCs down here. They have such character. They really do. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and finish our rounds. So we're going to visit the underground main building really quickly. Huh? You new around here, kid. Guess that means Dylan brought you here. Well, this is the main building, if you couldn't guess that already. You make sure the government above ground stays ignorant about this place. This means deleting info, sometimes people that jeopardize this place's secrecy. Don't go doing anything stupid. Alright. And to complete the run, unfortunately we have to backtrack all the way back to the shop. The shop is kind of useless except for this. Huh? Are you new around here? I think I've seen your face here before. Ah, so Dylan introduced you to this place. That's good, I suppose. Congrats on becoming a reject. Yes, I finally needed somebody to congratulate me on that. I don't have much, but what I do sell may come in handy. That being said, buy something. No, I don't think I will. So that's that. Whether you like it or not, you do have to speak to the psychiatrist, the main building, and the store clerk person. And now we can finally talk to Dylan again. It's like you spoke with all of them. It's good to get acquainted with people. I think the more people you know, the more powerful you can become as a person. If you ever get into trouble, you have people to get you out of it. Speaking of trouble, she's gone this way. Don't let her escape. I'll go see what the big deal is. None of this concerns you, so you don't have to do anything. Or be a rebel and follow that girl. I don't know. It's your life, your consequences. So of course we're going to take his advice and we're going to chase after her. Hello everyone and welcome to V's News Corner. You find all your daily news of the underground right at your humble corner. Today I've come here to warn you about a possible spy walking around. If anyone sees a teenage girl with red hair, please contact Bladestar authorities. You'll know it's her when you see her. She won't be able to see you. Thank you all for listening and have a wonderful day. Could it really be true? Is there a spy walking around? What do we do? I don't want this place to shut down. Or anyone suspicious, obviously. So we're gonna track her down, and she's honestly not that hard to find. Right over here is where she'll be, and sometimes you can actually glitch this cutscene, and you can end up walking around her. There's certain steps you have to step on in order to trigger this cutscene, and you can actually miss them. So if you don't trigger this right away, just run around like crazy. Help me. That's enough running out of you. You've been causing us a lot of problems. Why can't you just obey orders? What do we do with her now? Obviously, we're supposed to take her back to the main building. That's where V wants her to stay put for now. Alright, let's go, you troublemaker. Please. And of course, we're going to follow them back to the main building too. Looks like they captured that girl that ran away. I saw them escort her inside and up the stairs. Did you see her face though? She didn't have anything on it. For some reason, she could still talk. It was seriously so creepy. So, she looked really scared and asked you for help? Oh brother, Don't tell me you're going to try and help her out now. You gotta learn to mind your own business, Icy. Like I said before, it's your life and your consequences. You look at it from the government's perspective. This place is illegal. So you just being down here is a crime. What more do you have to lose, really? If you want to go and help her out, do what you damn well please. Sorry, I got way too motivated with my own damn speech. That being said, I only mentally agreed to get you started by opening the door for you. I'll have no more involvement in this. No, I didn't plan to have any in the first place. I'm just a bucket of surprises, aren't I? Go on, get. What do you know, he's a nice guy after all. Anyways, if we enter up the stairs right here... What's going on downstairs? I don't know, but it looks like Dylan's lost it. Completely busted through the front desk. What are you doing up here? This is for authorized personnel only. Great. Now we have kids running around thinking that they own this place. We're loyal to Flora and her ideas. Being successful includes beating up children, then so be it. Yikes, this kid is pretty strong. I knew GDC kids had skill, but gosh. Can't let them reach the top floor. Scientists are trying to extract the nano drive from that girl. Got it, let's call for backup. For this segment, you're going to have to battle your way to the top of the tower. Also, let's grab that metal coat right down there. And let's see what this grunt has to say. I saw you battle, and totally trash that lowly grunt. Better, so I'll just keep working. You know, every evil team has that guy. Anyways, I went ahead and took care of most of the trainers already, so we don't have to deal with that. Instead, we're just going to run on by, grab these items, and make our way to the top. And here we go. What's going on? Who are you? Still haven't extracted the drive located in the back of this girl. B will be very angry. Don't deliver the drive to her immediately. So I'm going to have to ask you two to take care of that intruder. Just buy me time. That's all I'm asking. If you haven't noticed, most of these grunts tend to have grass-type Pokemon. So fire types, ice types, bug types, you know, anything that can destroy them works really well here. You idiots can't do anything right, I swear. I don't know what Flora sees in you all. She must really trust in your dedication. Nevertheless, you did buy me the time I needed. All I need to do is extract the disc by pressing this. I plan to do just that. Data recollection active. Why me? Why does it have to be me? Because you must be the stepping stone for a better future. It's all a part of the grand design after all. Grandma, what's my name? Who am I? You are an autonomous nanotech amplifier. Therefore, I see no better name than Anna. Autonomous nanotech amplifier? How can I be nanotech? I'm so large. What exactly am I amplifying? Can you answer these questions for me? One question at a time, dear. Your body may be large, but your true form lies within the nanodrive in your back. What you amplify? Well, I'm sure you'll figure that one out on your own. I see. I am Anna, autonomous nanotech amplifier. I am Anna. My name is Anna. Covered lost data, 5%. I am Anna. And I am a nanodrive. It's okay to come out now. I hid you in my nanodrive. Hi. You listened to my plea for help, didn't you? I was in a lot of trouble. But you still came to help me, right? I'm grateful. Hey. Jesus, this kid really doesn't have any facial features. You don't really need to stare at me like that. I mean, you don't exactly have eyes that you can use to stare at me. Is that a little insensitive to say? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that you don't need to be afraid of me. I'm a friend. You're a friend. What's a friend? A friend is someone you can trust. Someone who's close. I see. So you're my friend? Does that make Icy my friend too? Icy saved you, didn't they? I think that makes you two something. I see. Registering both Dylan and Icy as friends then. Well, we should probably find a place to hide you. Last I checked, they were looking for you after you two blasted out of the main building. Not exactly in a good light right now either. That's not helping. I don't live far from here, actually. Just head a bit north and you'll see my building. Dylan is my friend. You're my friend too, I see. I trust you then. I trust you. So we're gonna go ahead and follow them all the way back down here and talk to Dylan. Here we are. To my humble abode. Gotta unlock the door. Living in a place that's filled with anarchist and Bladestar drones doesn't exactly spell safe. You're a real chatterbox, aren't you? You and Icy will get along just fine. Welcome to my humble abode. It's not that impressive, but it's enough. So will I be safe here? Relatively. No one really knows I live here since the door's locked all the time. I make sure to only come here when no one's really looking. So if they come looking for me, I doubt this will be a possible place to search. Thank you. Don't worry about it. Just looking out for someone else in need. That was the original intent of Bladestar. That's the Bladestar I knew. Anyway, if you need to get to the surface, you can take the elevator at the end of the room. I'm sure you'll appreciate a little shortcut back here. What is the surface? You're kidding, right? I guess you're not. Well, in that case, why don't you just see it for yourself? I mean, can you really even see? Without any eyes? I followed you here. Right. Okay, the only problem here is that people will freak out the moment they see a girl walking around with no eyes. I've got just the thing. Put these on. Great idea, right? No one will be able to tell with those shades on. I suppose so. Do I look normal with these instruments on my face? They're called sunglasses, kid. And yeah, you look fine. If you want to have a look outside, now may be the time to do it. If there's any place that's safer than here, it's probably above ground. I don't understand why someone would be afraid of me. But don't really know much about anything in the first place. Let us go then, friend? Sure, let's go. Welcome to the surface, Anna. Is it everything you expected? Dull, right? It's beautiful. Technically, we aren't outside yet. We're inside of a dome, but it emulates nature pretty well. There's not even a ton of smog due to the air purification units placed around. So this isn't outside then. I mean, I guess so, but this is fine. Don't even get me started on being in nature. All the crazy Pokemon that want to kill you? Yeah, let me stay inside, please. Pokemon. Don't tell me you don't even know what Pokemon are. Man, where have you been your entire life? Pokemon are... While on your journey, you'll see things that have only been described in picture books. Are you referring to nature, Grandma? Yes, Anna. Nature is a prevalent force in this place. Is nature dangerous? It can be, if you let it. Nature was one of my favorite things when I was young. One of the most important aspects of nature was Pokemon. Pokemon? Pokemon are beings descended down from the god Arceus. They used to live with us, hand in hand, but unfortunately, that is no longer the case. What happened to nature? What happened to Pokemon? Both ceased to exist. Covered lost data, 15%. Anna, are you okay? Huh? You just stood there while we were talking to you. You wouldn't respond or anything. Are you doing okay? Yes, I'm fine. I'd like to go outside for real if that's okay. I don't know if that's a good idea. If that's what you really want. We can head to Route 9. It's a good spot to just sit down and relax. Never too hot, never too cold. It always has such a nice breeze. Yes, I'd like to go there. Alright. I see. Do you want to come with us, or do you have business to take care of first? If you don't want to pay the fee to get back to Route 9, definitely go with him. Phew. Thought I'd have to socialize by myself there for a moment. Bullet dodged. Alright, let's go. So from here, we're just going to move down south a little bit and talk to them next to this puddle. Well, is nature to your liking? This is nature, isn't it? This blob of reflections? I guess. Nature is kind of surrounding us. And that blob of reflections is called water. This is called water. It's very pretty, and it's very nice to look at. I must say, being outside is much better than being outside. The breeze is so much better, and the aroma is less stinky. Yeah, I guess that's about right. I want to thank you for bringing me here, Dylan. I see. I don't know a lot about this world. It's a little scary. But you guys are making it easier for me to blend in. That's fine, as long as you feel safer. Dylan, why are you so concerned about my safety? It's a subject you seem to bring up a lot. Just curious is all. I like the feeling of keeping people safe, I guess. I never had that luxury when I was younger. I was kind of a rebel. I got into a lot of trouble. Joined gangs, stole from people. Things I'm not exactly proud of. But what I've always been proud of is my battling skills. I've been able to climb the ranks because of it. I got to a promotion not many people can reach. I got richer and richer. My life was going in the right direction until I couldn't take it anymore. Donated all of my money to charity and found myself a home in the underground. I see. Battling includes Pokémon, correct? That's right. But I'm seriously starting to get weirded out by you not knowing any of this. You don't know what nature is. You don't know anything normal people would know. What's your story, Anna? Just who are you? My name is Anna. Autonomous Nanotech Amplifier. Huh? I'm not a human like you and I see. I'm an android. I tell you my story and you mock me by telling me you're an android? I'm not lying to you. I really am an android. That much I know for a fact. But that's all I can tell you. I don't know anything else about myself. All I remember is running away from this woman. She wanted something from me. Who? What did she want? I don't know her personally, but I believe her name is V. And as for what she wanted my nanodrive. Nanodrive? My nanodrive. She wanted this. What the hell? This is my nanodrive. This is what I was given when I was born. When I was created. I don't know who created me. I don't know why I was created, and I don't want to. I don't know my true purpose, but I am fearful of it regardless. You don't have to have a true purpose if you don't want to. Your life is your own, and you're allowed to do whatever you want with it. Got it? I don't want to hear anything more about it, and that's that. Thank you. You two make me feel much better. But surely this isn't the end of this chase. They will be after me soon. Icy and I will protect you. We'll do it because you're our friend. And we'll help you discover who you are and why you are created. And once we do, it'll be up to you to decide what you want. Human or not, those are the laws of these lands. I've never met such kind people before. You guys are the best, you know? As for my true purpose, I've already recovered 15% of my data. In a way, I guess you could say those are my memories. I believe, once I recover all of my lost data, things will become much clearer. Well, anyway, I think it's time we head back. I've enjoyed my time out here with nature, but I don't want to overstay my welcome. That, and using my nanodrive burned off my sunglasses. Sorry, Dylan. Don't worry about it. They were pretty cheap anyways. You heard the lady. Pack your bags, 'cause we're headed home. So they'll take us right back here. We can finish this cutscene off. There's nothing really going on for a bit. So, just chill here if you want. Say, how did you and Icy meet? Huh? haven't actually known them for long. They are originally looking for Officer Ginny to locate some missing kids. Eventually, Icy learned too much about the underground, so I forced them to cut ties with Ginny. Missing children. Yeah, I have no idea what to do about that. Icy, if you want to continue working for Ginny, I guess I trust you enough now. If you're worried about Ginny, don't be. All I did was give her some sleeping pills. She should be waking up any time now. Missing children. Yes, that's what I said. No, maybe I might actually help you look for them. Hey kid, you sure you're doing alright? You look sick. Can androids get sick? I'm fine. I think I just need a moment to restabilize myself. Okay. I'll leave you to that then. I have some things I want to do, so I'll be back later. Come on, Icy. Let's give her some space, yeah? Why does this bother me so? Why? Grandma, how come I don't have dreams when I sleep? It's because your system is incapable of forming fabricated realities. Something that could possibly be created, but we did not have time to do so. I understand. Grandma? What is it, Anna? What were your dreams as a child? What did you aspire to be? Perhaps nothing too especially extraordinary. Probably to be famous and rich. Did your dream ever come true? Oh yes, it did come true. At one point I was extremely wealthy. But the money wasn't mine to keep. It was for a bigger purpose. I wasn't comfortable with that money anyway. Huh? Why would that be? Wasn't it your dream? A dream that turned into a nightmare. But why? So, this is basically the stopping point for this quest if you do not have Suta's badge. And I did not mean to go in there. So next up, we actually need to head back to the Judicial District, and we need to talk to Officer Ginny again. Immediately as soon as we enter the police station, this officer will approach us again. Oh, aren't you that trainer that took on Officer Ginny's request? But you canceled it, didn't you? Don't worry. Some jobs are just too big for one person. Especially for Officer Ginny. That's why she ended up in the hospital. Huh? You didn't hear? Turns out she was so tired that she fell and hit her head. She's at the hospital, Hope, if you want to go see her. As for me, I have to go finish up some work, so I'll be on my way. Bye. So you heard the man. She is currently at the Hospital of Hope, and again, now that we have Suta's badge, we can actually just go ahead and go straight there and continue on with the help quest. After entering through the gate, we'll see this. Psst. Hey, over there. I'm over here, at the side of the hospital. I'm not actually going to find anyone if you look around on the sides. That's kind of weird. So instead, we're just going to go ahead and enter the hospital and enter this room all the way back here and talk to this lovely nurse. Are you here to visit Officer Ginny? Nurse, who's there? Ginny, you have a visitor. I do. Excellent. Who are they again? Do you not know this person? I feel like I've seen their face before, but I can't exactly pin exactly where. You hired them to look for the missing children. Missing children? Oh yeah, that's right. I did ask someone to do that for me. I went down to the help center because they bailed on me, and then... bop. Suddenly here in this hospital bed with the worst headache of my life. Who were the missing children? What were their names? I can't exactly remember right now. Could you come back later? No, I need to know now. Right now, I need to know right now. I must ask that you stop raising your voice. This is supposed to be a calm environment. Besides, I already told you that I forgot the names of the children. There were quite a few of them. Around 20, possibly more. If you really want to know, my friend Nurse Joy had her child taken from her. Which Nurse Joy? There are so many of them. Oh, you know. Nurse Joy? Okay, I guess I'll go visit her then. You do that. So that's lovely. What exactly is a hospital, Icy? It's where people go when they aren't functioning properly, right? That's the conclusion I came up with after talking with an officer. She said one of the Nurse Joy's children had been taken from her. Maybe she saw who did it? The Pokémon Hospital is just south of here. Will you please meet me there? A bit of trivia, very, very grim trivia, since we're at a hospital and we've been dealing with an Officer Ginny. The Japanese voice actress for Officer Ginny passed away from COVID-19 very, very recently. I don't recall her names, but much respect to her. Anyways, this is the Pokémon Hospital. Let's head on in. What's going on here? I'm afraid something incredibly serious just happened. Due to malpractice, several Pokémon have been put into a coma. A coma that they may not come out of, and for such reason, she is under arrest. What is this malpractice? Anyway, what exactly happened? The Pokémon here are incredibly sick. They must have a certain dosage of medicine each day. But I accidentally overdosed all of them. It wasn't even the right medication. How could you make such a stupid mistake? Ever since my child was taken away from me, I haven't been able to think straight. Hell, I haven't been able to sleep, let alone eat. I did something unforgivable, and I must pay for it. Where are the Pokémon? First door down the hall. Why? Hey, wait a minute! You aren't allowed in there. That room is under private investigation. What are you doing in here? Just leave these poor Pokémon to rest. Are these the Pokémon you knocked out? Yes, these are the ones. Are you okay? Grandma, what are these things? On this piece of paper here. Oh, this? That would be a Pokémon. What's a Pokémon? They were beings that used to exist quite a long time ago. They're nothing but a memory to me now, but memories aren't so bad. I see. Why did you give me this book about them? That's because I want you to learn about Pokémon, so that you won't fear them. Fear them? You said they no longer exist, though. How can I fear something that doesn't exist? You'd be surprised, Anna. Just because they don't exist anymore doesn't mean that you won't have the opportunity to meet them. When you do meet them, your drive will activate. This drive, you will be able to manipulate and control the inner workings of the Pokémon around you. But this is a very powerful tool. I don't recommend using this just because you have it. Make the wise decisions, Anna. If not, you will reap what you sow. I see. Thanks, Grandma. All of the Pokémon are awake? Yeah, it looks like that's the case. But how did you? Oh, I get it now. You must be some sort of healing magician. Encore! Encore! Healing magician? I'm not even sure what I just did. That's the figure I saw as my child was taken away from me. What? No, stay away from me. I won't let you take me. I won't let you take me just like you took my child. No! Dylan, why did you... I should be asking you the same question. You know, I don't really like knocking people out. It's not a favorite pastime of mine. We can't stay here. Let's go back home. Sure. I heard what happened inside of that hospital, Anna. Nurse Joy did not take what you did very well. You confused her. That Zora looked like it was on the brink of, well, you know. I'm confused. Why do you know about that? I heard what happened, obviously. You were listening? How could you tell exactly what I did just by listening? Dylan, please tell me the truth. Have you been following me? That's ridiculous. I just happened to be in the area on some business, that's all. But you're lying. If you weren't following me, how did you know about the Zora in the room? Why, Dylan? Why have you been spying on me? Are you working with V? Don't be stupid. There's no way I'd work with someone like that. But people aren't just walking around with no eyes and a computer drive stuck to their back. But that's who I am, and I can't change it. Sorry. But I don't think I can stay here anymore. Doesn't seem like you trust me, so I think it'll be best. Come on, Anna. I trust you. If you trusted me, then you wouldn't be spying on me. It's not out of mistrust. It's more out of curiosity. I don't blame you for being curious, but I can't stay here. Besides, the more I experience things, the more I remember. So like I said, perhaps it's best for me to go for a little while. Don't get me wrong, I was spying on her, and I'm going to continue to do so. Something about her isn't right. I'm going to make sure she doesn't hurt someone. If you hate me, and or think I'm despicable, you're free to leave too. I'm assuming she's on her way back to the District of Hope again too. Normally this is where I would call it quits. It's been about an hour. This has been a pretty lengthy part at that, and we're only through one help quest out of the 2 Grand Dream City help quests that there are, but you guys were pretty okay with it for the last time that I had an episode that was about an hour and 30 minutes long. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back to the Grand Dream City Central Building, and we're going to take on the second help quest. It's not as long, not nearly as long. Here at the Central Building, we're now going to take on the second help quest, which is Classified Information. This help quest was submitted specifically for a trainer named Icy. What do you know? That's me. Confirming identity of the client reading. Identity accepted as Icy. Playing audio recording momentarily. Hello, Icy. I'd like to leave my identity anonymous until we meet in person. If we meet in person. I say if because it's up to you whether or not you'll accept this invitation. Let's just get to the central issue. We're investigating beings called dimensional rifts. Team Zen has brought about their existence, and we'd like to know more about them. We've heard of your involvement in fighting Team Zen in the rifts. We'd just like to invite you to a discussion. You give us information, and we'll provide you with some as well. Of course, there will be an actual reward for this as well. Sure. We're waiting on the 36th floor of the central building to speak with the person at the front desk and tell them Lobo sent you. That is going to be the classified information help request accepted, and before that I'm going to do a little bit of quick preparation. So if you have anything that knows the move Earthquake, then I highly recommend you actually put it on your team. So I'm just going to find a spot here. You know what? You're not going to do much. You can go back in the PC. So anything that has Earthquake and is decently leveled is really, really good for this. You're saying that a person named Lobo sent you. I see. Please take the leftmost elevator to the 36th floor. He'll be waiting for you there. I don't think there's a leftmost elevator, but that's fine. Oh, it looks like they've accepted our request after all. I see. I'm so glad that you accepted our request. But before we continue, I must press that everything said here is highly classified information. We must ask that you keep all that you learned here to yourself and only yourself. In addition, you must disclose any physical data you may have on these Rift Pokemon to us immediately. If you have anything that could pose to be vital information, we ask that you let us see it. This contains all the info for the Rift Pokemon you've encountered. Seems to be that way. Here, let's duplicate this and put it on our servers. Here you are, Icy. Thanks for lending this to us. Right, well, like I said before we got distracted, this is all highly classified. This means keeping information from Melia, Alita, and the rest of your gang is also required. Did our knowledge of your friends catch you off guard? Before we get off on another tangent, we should probably say who we are, no? My name is... I think I'll stick to my code name, Looker. Ah, yes, Officer Handsome. And this is my boss, Anabel. We are a part of the International Police. I believe you've become acquainted with a member of our Avian branch, Raleigh? While young, he's proven himself to be quite a necessary asset to the team. Certainly, his abilities in battle and his bug sense has helped us numerous times while here in Avium. Anyway, we should stay on topic, shouldn't we, boss? Yes, Raleigh has given a lot of information about you and your group. He told us all about your efforts with fighting Team Zen. Raleigh even told us the controversy surrounding Melia and Professor Jinner's disappearance. Although the public media still thinks of Melia to be dead, we've gone through great lengths to keep it that way. Your group has been able to travel throughout Avium without anyone batting an eye. Don't you think there would be some reports on someone looking like Melia walking around? Well, actually, there have been. Hundreds, possibly. Hundreds of reports that were destroyed by Looker and I. We've done this to assure that you all aren't stopped in any way. It seems like our forces have been defeated by Team Zen in every corner. But when we look at it, your group's win statistics, it's 100%. Though, I'm not sure Valor Mountain was considered a win for any side. So we'll disregard that event and call it irrelevant for now. We keep getting distracted. We apologize. There's just so much to catch you up on. The dimensional rifts. Yes, the dimensional rifts. Obviously, they aren't natural, secondary forms or anything like that. They must be forced into their gruesome form under the effects of something called rift matter. Rift matter is that sludge-like substance that seeps into the skin of any Pokemon that touches it. We assume only Pokemon can be afflicted with it. We haven't exactly tried it on any human. And we aren't looking to do that either. Yes. Anyway, it seeps into the skin of the Pokemon, then in an estimated time of 45 seconds, the Pokemon transforms. What is Rift Matter? Why is it able to change Pokemon so drastically? That's what we want to know. You may be asking where you come in. Well, the answer to that question is rather simple. You've spoken to former Team Zen admin Zeta, correct? Raleigh has reported that Zeta was the only one able to create rifts. Has he told you why that was at any point? I see. So he hasn't told you anything about that then? It's not looking so good for us, Anabel. This was our last option. Yes, I know, Looker. I know. Unfortunately, Zeta was transformed back into his original form, Solosis. There's no way we could ask him anything in that state. Not to say we even know where he is at this moment. Only we could have spoken to him before he was transformed. Do you think he would have told us anything? Yeah, right. In our dreams. I'm really sorry, I see. But it seems we brought you up here for nothing. We were really banking on you having the information for us. But it seems like that isn't the case. Nonetheless, we'll have your reward shipped to you in the next few weeks. Thank you for your time. Oh, is that it? I don't think so. Only we could have spoken with Zeta before he disappeared. I don't think he would have talked to us anyway. Only in our dreams would that happen. Huh? What's this medallion? You want me to keep this for myself. It's a little creepy looking, but I'll keep it around from now on. Thanks. And with that, I think you know where this is going. So we're going to go ahead and head on back to the penthouse and get some sleep. Hopefully you bought another nightmare medallion before you came back here, because we're going to be taking a nap and hopefully having some nightmares. And since we gave Anabel that nightmare medallion, we're going to be looking for her. Honestly, I can't express how much I love this side quest, mainly because I love Looker and, well, I guess Anabel too. So right up here is where she'll be. I see. Is that you? What is this place? Nightmare City. How did I end up in a place called Nightmare City? All I did was go to bed early because I was feeling a little down, but the medallion you gave me caused this. Why would you give me a medallion that would send me to Nightmare City? What? You talked to Zeta here. Are you just expecting me to believe that? I mean, I suppose. It's not that crazy of an idea. Why am I questioning that? But not questioning the fact that a whole different world exists in the realm of sleep. Alright, well, I'm desperate, so I'm going to go along with this whole Nightmare City bit. If we don't get the information we need, things back at HQ will not be pretty. So please, take me to Zeta, if you have any idea of where he might be. So this is the place you were talking about. Weird. I thought the people back at HQ said the toy box was empty. Aren't these gym guide panels? Are you going to call Zeta with one of these things? We turned on the living. Huh? What? What am I doing here? I thought my job was done. I can't believe my eyes, but Zeta is right here in front of me. I see. Who's the weird chick? Why is she looking at me like that? I suppose one would find all of this weird, but that's not what matters right now. Zeta, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you, if that's alright. I don't know if it's not obvious. I can't exactly go anywhere. So just ask them, okay? Yes, I wanted to ask you why you claim to be the only one to create dimensional rifts. That's a pretty deep question, lady. I'm not even supposed to talk about that stuff. It's out of my admin quota. But you aren't a part of Team Zen anymore. I mean, I guess you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't really know myself. You don't know? As soon as I was created, I was promptly put into training. First, I wasn't able to do anything. They thought of destroying me because I was useless. But then, Nastasia came up with this device that I put on my hand. You mean that red gauntlet on your hand? Yeah. There's nothing in the gauntlet, though. It feels and looks like any other regular glove. I don't know why this enabled me to create rifts. That's an unfortunate answer. By chance, do you happen to know what rift matter is? Where the hell did you hear about rift matter? So you do know what rift matter is? Yes. Nastasia said I was created by combining Melia's DNA with rift matter. The combination of those two were injected into a Solissus. And then I formed into a human form in under 3 days. So, you're like living rift matter in a sense. Guess if you put it in that way, guess I am. It could be possible that you could produce rift matter yourself, but you needed the help of that gauntlet. That makes sense to me, I guess. Interesting. This answers a lot of questions. So if that's how it goes, then if anyone had rift matter, they'd be able to create rift Pokemon. Yeah, that's pretty much all it takes. Thank you so much for your time, Zeta. As of this, we can further our research. There's actually something I should tell you both. Yes, what is it? Since I'm not the real Zeta, I don't have access to all of his true memories. I don't know if what I even told you is correct, but it's all I have for you. I see, well, but that isn't what I wanted to tell you all about. During my production, someone stole a hefty amount of rift matter from our base. Someone stole rift matter from Team Zen's HQ? Yes. At first we thought it was a girl named Crescent, but that proved to be false. It was a female. It became clear that this person lived somewhere in GDC. There could be rift Pokemon walking about without Team Zen's awareness. I'm just saying that you should be careful. That is very important information you've just shared, Zeta. This may sound odd now, but I have one more request. What is it? Would it be possible for you to generate some rift matter for me? What would you even need that gunk for? Whatever, fine. I'll do it. Just don't do anything stupid with it. Thank you. I'm actually starting to feel a little woozy. Looks like someone tried to wake her up. Anyway, she got what she wanted. I helped you too a little, didn't I? I know it sounds a little weird coming from a person who technically doesn't exist, but I feel a little happy. Happier than I have been before. That aside, I can sort of feel myself fading a bit too. Looks like the puppet master wants to put me asleep again. That's fine with me, I guess. Good luck out there, I see. Please defeat Team Zen. And that's all we needed from him. So it's time to leave and go back to Anabel and Looker. Back here at the central building, we're gonna go ahead and enter again. I see. I was hoping you'd show up. Please come here for a moment. So it turns out the rift matter came back with me into the real world. That means the dream I had wasn't actually a dream, and that means you were there too. I'm still not buying all this stuff about Nightmare City and all that. But you were able to get your hands on some rift matter, so... I said I'd explain in greater detail once I was authorized to, Looker. That aside, we took the rift matter and put it into one of our tracking devices. Zeta said that there could be some rift matter out in the open after someone stole it from Team Zen. Because of that, we're considering the possibility of rift Pokemon running around. For now, let's check around the Terrio region in West Giron City. Looks like there were 3 places that showed up on our radar. One looks to be somewhere in Neverwinter, though this one looks like it's moving. Another one seems to be in West Giron City. This one seems to be pretty dormant. You were just in West Giron City, I see, correct? We weren't able to keep an eye on you because some weird fog kept cutting the communication. Don't ask me how that works, by the way. I don't know myself. What about the last one? The last one looks pretty concerning, actually. The reading we're getting from this one is huge, sending off such a huge signal. Where is it located? It looks like it's coming from Darklight Woods? Darklight Woods? Didn't Icy just visit those woods recently? They have, and I think they would have mentioned something if they saw a rift down there. If you take a look at the elevation on the map, looks like the signal is underground. Underground? Are you referring to Darklight Caves? I don't see what else our radars could be referring to. You may be correct then. It's decided. I'm going off to Darklight Cave. Are you insane, Anabel? Don't you remember the time in Alola? You almost killed yourself trying to protect people from the Ultra Beast. You may be a powerful trainer, but if this thing is giving off higher levels than Code Evo or Code Stadia, then there's no way you can take care of something of this caliber alone. Then let's all go. All three of us. If things get rough, I think we'd be able to handle things together. I don't know about this, but if this is what you want to do, it is what I want to do, Looker. We cannot allow these things to exist in our world unattended. The results of that could very well be catastrophic. I suppose I cannot stop you. Fine, we'll all go to Darklight Cave together. Not a person less. I see. Just speak to me whenever you're ready to go. And I am indeed ready to go. Well, here we are. What is our radar saying about the reading? Looks like it's below us. Far below us. I wouldn't be surprised if it's at the bottom of this cave. Let's not waste any time then. Anabel, don't push yourself too hard. Of course, we're going to go ahead and follow them. First down the lift. For the most part, we're just going to be backtracking. So if you recall, just use your mirror on the glowing stones to change the cave and progress across the bridges. It's pretty simple. Also, if you missed any items, now is actually a really good time to backtrack and grab those items. So of course, I'm going to be grabbing every item that I can get my greedy hands on that I might have left down here. Our goal is to backtrack all the way to the section where we first met Aaron. So that should be almost right out here. So right over here would be that area, and we actually want to take the right ladder. If you recall, for good reason, that previously when we were trapped down here with Florin, and Aaron, this was where Flora went. But not quite in this direction. The radar is directing me behind this gate. This isn't a normal gate. I don't think we can break it down. Looker, I want you to give me a lift. I should be able to reach it if I'm elevated just a bit. I do that. You'll be in there by yourself and presumably Icy. I want to have anyone to lift me up there as well. It's what has to be done, Looker. Besides, I have Pokémon with me and you don't. If anything happens, I should be the one in the fight. I refuse to do it. I won't let you put yourself in harm's way again. It doesn't matter how you feel about this or not. I'm your boss, and this is an order, Looker. If things get too bad, I promise I'll escape with Icy immediately. Alright, fine. I'll do as you say, Anabel. This won't take long, Looker. I will promise you that. Okay, I trust you, Anabel. We talk to him, he'll lift us over as well. Now, this is very unexpected. There's a whole hall down here. I can barely see the bottom of this pit. At least, I think that's the bottom. Let's go, Icy. The radar is pointing directly north of this area. We should just find what we're looking for, whatever that is, and leave this place. The signal is coming from behind this door. Whatever it is we're looking for is right in front of us. Considering the color choices and the banners, this must be a Bladestar-ran operation. The international police aren't interested in the affairs of Bladestar, but if they're messing with Rift matter, let's try our hand at opening this door. Well, this door is sealed shut, that's for sure. Not that I expected to open it myself anyway. I'm going to have to find another way to open this door. There's got to be something down here we can use. Someone left their laptop behind. Something's weird about it. All of the data was deleted recently. Awkward timing on our part. I don't see anything that's useful here. The only other thing in this room is this conveyor belt. This conveyor belt looks like it leads into the room with the locked door. I know this sounds like a terrible idea, but what if we rode the conveyor belt into the next room? Yes, like I said, I know that sounds like a bad idea, but what other option do we have? I know I promised Looker that I'd be careful, but being careful won't get things done. If anything goes wrong, we can always call our Pokémon for help. Okay, here I go. Let's hope there's not like a lava pit at the end of the belt. Wish me luck, Icy. I chickened out. The closer I got to the end, the more anxiety I felt about whatever's in that room. What are we going to do now, Icy? I think we should head back for now. Perhaps Looker may have some idea on what to do here. Looker, I'm sorry, but we couldn't do anything. What happened in there? Much to our dismay, there wasn't much in there. When we entered the opening, we came across a Bladestar-ran base. We found the source of the signal. It was locked behind this huge metal door. Couldn't find any way to open it at all, so we decided it was best to head back. It's completely fine, Anabel. At least we know something is there. Perhaps we can figure something out at our base. There's no use in standing around here for nothing. Anabel is waiting in the room to the left. Apparently she's found someone who could possibly help us out with this predicament. Maybe she has. Ah, I see. Just the person I wanted to see. I've decided that getting through that door through the intentional means is now impossible. Because of this, I've gone through great lengths to hire a hacker for this operation. Well, I wouldn't exactly call him a hacker, but he's close enough to one. Ah, and it looks like our helicopter just landed with him in it. He should be here any second now. I see. What are you doing here? Not that I'm happy to see you or anything, it's just a surprise. Oh? Are you two already acquainted? Well, that makes things easier for us then. Yeah, I see helped solve that crisis West Giran City was facing with that Garbodor. Are you referring to Code Caroso? I think? Code Caroso is its formal name, but its species name is Garbodor. Icy was kind enough to let us have that information. Okay then. Well, that Code Caroso thingy is still back at my lab right now. You haven't disposed of Code Caroso? Relax. It's not going to hurt anyone. It's in a dormant state right now. The guys down at the power plant are trying to figure out how to save it. Icy found this really cool diary that had information on how one could save Rift Pokémon. You must let us read that diary whenever you get the chance, Eric. Consider it done, but what did you guys want me to do up here anyway? We heard that you were an engineer, correct? Yeah, I am. But other sources tell us that you're also proficient in hacking? What gave you that idea? Don't worry about that. Do you or do you not have an experience with hacking? I mean, yeah, I guess I do. I learned from Saki, though. She's much better than I am at that sort of thing. Admittedly, we tried, but we couldn't get in contact with her. For now, you're our best shot, and it's all we got. Fine. What do you need me to do exactly? We found a hidden Bladestar base, located deep within Darklight Cave. Our radars show that there may be another Rift Pokémon down there, but it's locked behind a steel door. The steel door cannot be opened physically. We presume that it must be opened via a computer. We need you to find some way to open the door so that we can apprehend the Rift Pokémon inside. Does this sound like a job you could possibly do? Sounds reasonable enough. I could probably make a miracle happen. It's good to hear. Well, whenever we're all ready, we'll set off for the cave again. And we're ready. There's no time better than the present. Is this the spot that's causing you all trouble? Yes. We can't all get in the labs at the same time because of it. Did you bring that item I asked of you? Sure did. Just wait a second. There. It should be enough. These gates cannot sustain themselves when exposed to light. One flash of light with this I created, and it all crumbles away. Looks like that's it. Thanks, Eric. From here, we can just head on back to this room. So, how are things going? Will you be able to do anything? It's not looking good. It's like everything was completely wiped. But if I can recreate the system that was used, I can probably get the door to open that way. How long will that take? If I'm only recreating the system to open up the door, it shouldn't take too long. You guys should wait by the door. Got everything under control here. Alright, we're counting on you, Eric. So, do you think Eric will be able to pull it off? I hope so. Who else will be able to deal with something like this? If we're not able to open this door, I don't think anyone else would either. That's not very reassuring. If anything, my anxiety is higher now. It wouldn't be so bad if we couldn't get to it, I think. Why is that? The door is locked shut. Nothing can get in or out. It's essentially a prison. I see. If you look at it that way, I suppose that does make sense. Regardless, I wouldn't like it to get to that point. Agreed. I'd be able to sleep better at night if we were able to take care of this now. Eric, I didn't expect you to be done so quickly. You are done, right? So here's the deal. The computer doesn't open the door here. What? In fact, nothing out here can open the door. The only thing that can open the door is the beam behind the door right now. How do we get whatever's inside to open the doors then? Truthfully, I don't think we can. Why is that? It seems like it only opens the door when its master appears. When its master appears? The one who created it? Yes, it's been specifically trained to only open this door once its master is around. That really puts a dent into our plans then, no? Who could possibly be the master of this place? I would assume it's referring to the leaders of Bladestar, correct? Correct. If we maybe had some sort of icon, logo, or symbol we could use. Perhaps we could trick it into thinking its master appeared. Perhaps we could. This door looks like it's magnetically shut. I feel like you're being stared at. Isn't the rose badge? Sure. I see you wave the rose badge around at the glass pane. I see. What did you do? How did you open the door? Laura is the leader of Bladestar. I can't say it doesn't make sense. Why would the door open with her badge? Bladestar has usually been a low-level threat. If they're holding a rift matter, then that's another matter entirely? Yes, well, we're going to have to keep an eye on her and her brother from now on. Our mission isn't to expose Bladestar. It's to take care of whatever's in there. We can talk about Flora later. Eric, I'd like you to stay out here for now. Understood. Looker, I want you to stay out here as well. Anabel, you can't be serious. Again with leaving me out? I simply refuse to let you go in there without me. Don't you remember what happened in the Lololo region? You nearly died because of this pride you hold so dear. I won't let you suffer the same way you did back then. Never again. Looker. No, you're right. I need to stop being like this. We'll enter the room together. As for Icy, I'm sure you'd like to join us as well. You've dealt with Rift Beans many times before, correct? Perhaps you're best suited to join us in this endeavor. And you know what? She's right. Let's go on in. Right over here we will find code Bilio. And you know what? Let's go ahead, check it out. Rift Ferrothorn. In its dormant state, it suspends itself in the air, waiting for its prey. It is quite agile and can stretch its vines to swiftly change position. Its movements are similar to a yo-yo. So massive defenses right there. Not terribly good attacking stats and massive HP stat. Fire Steel and the ability Shift, which we'll talk about in a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and move on down here. Is that the rift being that our radars picked up? I must say, it's much smaller than I anticipated. Considering the usual threat level of these beings, I don't think we'll be able to just take it with us like that. We're going to have to weaken it significantly. I see. This is where you come in. Like Anabel said before, you have the most experience fighting these things. So we greatly appreciate it. It was you who would do the same for this one. On second thought. So we do have the option to back out there. And you might want to do a safety save, just in case anything happens. Probably going to set Dugtrio up front here. Watch my speed not be enough for this, but I'm ready. Alright, so this is going to be the Dimensional Rift Ferrothorn as Steamroller, Fire Lash, Iron Head, and Drill Run. Its ability shift is actually really dangerous because what'll happen is this will get to half HP, it's really bulky, its form is going to change, and it's going to get a massive increase to its stats. So I should be tanky enough, or I should be able to take an Iron Head. And this shouldn't put it in half HP range. Also, this is a weird field. I believe this is the Burning Field. You won't find any field notes for this in Field Effect Manual. Kind of forgot what it was called for a second. So anyways, I'm just going to sacrifice Dugtrio right here. That's fine. Completely fine. I'm going to go ahead and send out Pyukumuku right here. And I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, I'll use my Soak and Toxic combo. So I can take anything with Pyukumuku here. Pyukumuku is tanky. The best part is, because I changed its fire typing, it will now be taking damage from the field, and now I can Toxic it. So now it's just going to slowly die, and I'm going to hit a recover right here. And that is the shift ability kicking in right there. So it's absolutely terrifying. It even gets more HP as it changes. So if I live, I'm going to actually hit a Memento, because even Pyukumuku is going to have trouble with this. I can just drop its attack and its special attack, and make pretty much everything else I have take this easier. Or I could have stalled out with Pyukumuku, to be honest. It really doesn't matter. Something else that could be recommended would be a setup sweeper. That way you can just one-shot this and not have to worry about dealing with, you know, its attacks pretty much. So it's almost worn out. Also, when it changes, when the shift causes it to change form, it's going to change back to its regular typing if you use something like Soak on it. So it doesn't matter if it knocks out Crawdon here, it's dead. I honestly goofed this fight as up a lot, but that's fine. I think that'll be enough for now. Yeah, I can't really say this thing looks happy with us. Can you really blame the poor thing? We just entered its home uninvited and attacked it. Looking at it, I thought it was just some standard Rift Pokemon. However, I didn't expect it to change form midway through battle. We should grab it and call HQ. I'm sure they'll be interested in this. Great job, Icy. You did marvelously. Let's leave this place once and for all. We got what we came for. Agreed. Wearing a trench coat in this heat will be the death of me. Thanks to you two, we were able to safely apprehend this Rift Pokemon without any consequences. Aw, jeez. I didn't really do anything. I couldn't even open the door myself. It's all thanks to Icy. They're the reason why everything went so smoothly. Indeed, Icy's efforts were a huge asset to this success. But as you know, our work here isn't done. There are other Rift Pokémon out there. And we'll need your help to capture each one. But for now, it looks like this chapter is coming to a close. Eric, you're free to go. Your payment will be arriving to your destination soon. Thank you. As for you, Icy, there are some things we need to talk about back at our office. We'll be transferring this Rift Pokémon in this SPU truck. If you'd like, you could ride to the city with us. Sure. Excellent. Eric, a helicopter at our base is waiting for you. Sweet. Guess I'll ride back to base with you all as well. Ah, yes. I see. Would you please follow me? Seems like Anabel would like to talk to you for a bit. Anabel is waiting in the room to the right this time. Ah, I see. It's great to see you again. We've been researching and conducting experiments on the Rift Pokémon. We've come to the conclusion that Codrifleo is an appropriate name for this one. You probably already guessed just by looking at it. Its original form is Ferrothorn. It would make sense for Flora to choose a grass type for her experiments. I'm curious to know why they changed type. We've learned so much, yet there are still so many questions left unanswered. I believe that we're on the right track. That's all that matters. For now, it seems like you're done, and as promised, you will be receiving a hefty reward for your services. Of course, since the full job isn't completed, it's only a small portion of your entire pay, but it should be suitable. Additionally, thanks to the data taken from your Rift decks, we were able to extract more information about each one. Correct. We have taken the info and developed an app to hold all of it on your CyberNav. However, if you don't have their entry in the decks, you won't have their data until you've retrieved it. We must go for now. We thank you again for your help. We'll call you again when we need your help. Please go to the Help Plaza to receive a portion of your reward. And he'll leave. Of course, Looker wasn't even facing us when he was talking to us at that point. So of course we're going to go back to the ground floor and collect our reward. Oh wait, I forgot we're supposed to talk to the rewards lady. So that's what we get, 25,000 Pokédollars and 1 stamp to the department store. In fact, since the video is going on for this long, we'll go ahead and actually go to the department store and check out the new floor. So the new stamp will put us on the 4th floor. That gives us access to vitamins now, so that's neat. And also to most of these ejects. Most of these are really unimpressive. They are cheap though. The 2 items that I would definitely take a look at are the eject button and the red card. Eject buttons will make your setups way easier, and red cards are actually pretty useful in this game, mainly because there's a lot of Pokemon out there running synthetic seeds or elemental seeds or setup items basically, and you can just boot them out of the battle and get rid of those setups. But besides that, I think we're done for this episode, or this part. It's been one lengthy part. So I apologize for that. I really didn't want to take 2 episodes to get through only 2 help requests. So I thought, why not? You guys all reacted very positively to the last episode that was an hour and a half long. So I just shoved them both into the same episode, and hopefully it works out. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please stay safe, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.